Hello, my love. Welcome. Ooh, okay, this couch is much softer than I thought. I sat down and I wasn't expecting to sink in like that. All right, well, I am recording today straight from Batumi, Georgia, sending you so much energy all the way from the Caucasus. It's just crazy how the time we're living in right now, where we're so connected. It's so easy to travel all around the world. It's so easy to just decide to just, it's not always easy. I'm not going to ignore like everyone is living the same reality, but it's just we at least the possibility is there. You know what I mean? Our great grandparents couldn't even fathom just being able to hop on a plane and just I don't know, I just wanted to bring some appreciation for things. Oh my goodness. My stomach, you're not gonna start growling right now. We need to I need you to cooperate. All right. So today's like we're not gonna start digressing already within the first minute of the podcast, but I don't know what's going on lately. It's very hard for me to stick to like a script, you know what I mean? I have like my idea that I want to talk about, but it's so hard. I just want to like free talk lately. So I have my notes like that today, my cute little peach, white, pink, peach notebook. By the way, if you don't know me and you're only listening to the podcast, I'm actually super girly. It's insane. So today, welcome to today's episode. We are talking about Aries energy, and if you've listened to the last episodes on the first 12 days of Aries, actually, non coincidentally, I'm recording this on day 12, which is Pisces. Today, today is pretty much it's all about the energy that is on the 12th month. I know it sounds so far away if you're listening to this today, or if you're listening to this at other time of the year, but eventually it's gonna come around again very very fast. So today, as being the 12th day of Aries, we are being presented by the energy. It's like a time capsule, like I said in the previous two episodes, where the energy of Aries is pretty much this is our chance to implement change. It is our chance to actually influence the type of Pisces month that we are gonna have. So if today you are presented with some challenge, I do encourage you to approach them with less reactivity and be more mindful. And also we want to make sure that we are really being mindful for other people. We are, because the Pisces energy is lots of empathy, it's also lots of sensitivity. So we want to make sure we're balancing all of these things. We're not getting carried away by emotions, but at the same time we're not putting our head in the sand and pretending like nothing is happening in the world. So it's pretty much this fine balance. And all right, but today I don't want to talk about Pisces. I actually wanted to talk about Aries. I better make this while we're still in the Aries season. I actually really love making those type of energy of the month video. I love them, and I hope they're useful to you. So Aries energy is a welcome to the new year. It's this new cycle. It's the beginning of the zodiac, the 12 months zodiac. By the way, I'm so excited about all of the stuff that I have planned for this year. This is also why I have to be very more disciplined today. This year, my goal is to be more disciplined. Yes, I'm a natural workaholic, but I could really improve on the discipline in the sense of I like it to be more stable. As in, for example, this morning I went on to do my nails. By the way, look at this. Isn't this crazy? If you're watching this on YouTube, you could see like the crazy design that the girl did. Why did I do my nails? Because the times have been so rough lately. Okay, a couple of weeks ago I was stuck in like bomb shelters, in Israel, and then after that traveled to the Gulf, and it was more bombs over my head. My nervous system has been really, and my heart goes to all the people that are in war zone right now. It is this is something I don't wish. We don't wish that even our worst enemies. Well, that's how the saying goes. it's such a surreal thing to go through. You see your life flashing past you. It's insane. However, I have so much more appreciation for life, and and I think this is why we need to step into our purpose, and our purpose doesn't necessarily need mean some grandiose things. Like, I have more series on that today, not today, but coming up. But what I mean is that sometimes your purpose for the day might just be to just smile at a stranger. You don't know how many times I've been so low, but then the stranger just says hi and smile, and automatically there's a transfer of energy, and boom, and I feel like I'm flying again. So this is what I mean when I say that we're all connected and we're one soul. Sometimes our purpose can be in those little things, but they're not so little. Whew, all right, let's step it back, Steph. All right, my brain is all over the place today, and we're trying to stay on top of the topic of the day, Aries. Maybe that's all Aries energy, by the way, just like that force that just makes you just go. So I don't know why I said that little tangent. It's just yeah, it's just balancing things a little bit, because we are responsible for our nervous system. Life gets hard, but I think doing my nails this morning was an act of defiance, in a way, an act of, showing that we're not giving up on life, and we are committed to find the beauty even throughout the challenges of life, because there's always going to be challenges. Sometimes it's harder than other times, sometimes it's easier, sometimes we laugh, sometimes, but it can't just be laugh. We also need to cry so we can appreciate the laughters, right? So it's just, we need to remember that whenever time get hectic, take the time, slow it down, because it's not gonna slow down. Definitely not this year of the fire horse. It's all out. Remember a few episodes ago I recorded something about we need to learn to mount the horse on fire. That's the year. So this morning, an example of that was me going to do my nails, which I can't stop looking at because I think it's such pure art. And I went crazy. I went to her and I'm like, give me all the colors, all of them. I want everything. So Aries, Aries is bold. Aries energy is bold. It's go first, think later. It's such a drastic difference from Pisces, and I think this is what makes it so even more contrasting, because Aries is right after Pisces, right? We just ended Pisces season, now we're starting in Aries season. And I think make I really wanted to record today's podcast, because this episode, however, wherever you're watching it, you're consuming your content. And isn't that crazy how we have so many options to consume content nowadays? Like, this just blows my mind, the abundance time that we're living in. Gosh. All right. So Aries get a lot of bad rap around being insensitive, being self-focused, being, not thinking necessarily about others. But also we need to understand why the energy is like that, because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, the same way that it's the baby. It's the baby, right? It's the same thing when you're looking at an actual real newborn. They don't care if the mother's tired, if the mother didn't get any sleep for the last, 135 days. The baby doesn't care. The baby needs to be fed, and in a way, it's also a matter of survival. It's not necessarily that the baby is wants to hurt anybody. It's just that it just wrapped up in its survival. So in a way, that is also kind of like the energy behind Aries, and we can see it as the seed level. This is a great opportunity for you to really, for all of us as a collective, and even to really plant the seed. We are still in the masculine months of the years, the first 6 months of the zodiac. By the way, if you're new here, I throw in a lot of my astrology type is more evolutionary. I guess that's how they call it, but it's very mixed with Kabbalistic astrology. And Kabbalistic astrology is pretty much astrology from the perspective of the soul. So everything nothing is random, and it has a greater purpose and higher, purpose than that. So this is why I'm saying that the first 6 months of the years, the first six cycles, the first six zodiac sign, they're energy capsules, right? They're energy that are there to pretty much, if you don't know anything about anything, well, it's gonna be like a rodeo and you're gonna get served. It's gonna whoop you. This is why here we are educating ourselves and we're talking about these things, because at the same time, it's two sides of the same coin, right? It's when we know, we're aware of what's going on, then we can use that energy and make it work for us. We can overcome it and we can be empowered. So the first six cycle of the years, the first 6 months, the first six zodiac sign, however you wanna, relate to them. They're the masculine period of the year, and then the last 6 months of the year, the last six zodiac sign, are the feminine period of the year. What does that mean? Everything in this planet is in polarity. There's also like two opposing forces. This, because think about a scale. That's how things stay balanced. So in the masculine part of the first 6 months, the first six zodiac sign, which are I always get challenged when I need to name them. All of a sudden, I can't remember anything. All right, so the first 6 months, the first six zodiac signs, more or less 6 months, right? Are Aries, which the season that I'm recording this right now, Aries, don't embarrass me. All right, okay, first of all, Aries, we're definitely gonna edit that out. First month, Aries, and then good old Taurus. Come on, how can I forget? Like, Taurus is one of my favorite seasons, just because things are just, so it's such a different energy. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. So the first six masculine months are Aries, Taurus, Gemini, fourth month Cancer, and then we have Leo, and then Virgo. Right, so the first 6 months of the first six cycle are our opportunity to literally plant the seed. Now, it doesn't matter that you can't plant a seed at other time of the year, but here we are learning to go with the energy of the universe. It's the same way. Think about it as a, how do you call it? It's in my head. Think about it as a farmer, right? The farmer knows how to plant. Let's say it's crop. Let's say it's growing strawberries, right? The farmer, I don't know. I have no idea what the strawberry cycle is, but I'm assuming, the farmer is not gonna go against nature. The farmer knows exactly when to plant the seed, when the crop, when to do each section. So that's why we want to be aware of the energy, because that we're working with nature, and this is when it's easier for you to manifest, because you're working, with nature. It's the same thing as pretty much everything in nature is doing that. So that's why we also want to do that. So during the masculine months, the energy in the air, in the cosmos, is there to support you, to support your projects. And in the feminine months, this is the time for manifestation, for harvest. This is when pretty much you're reaping the fruits, the rewards. Now, again, it doesn't mean that you can't do anything during the feminine months, but it happens a lot. You plant a seed, let's say in December, which is Sagittarius, which is more about like reaping rewards, harvesting, like a manifestation period. And then you wonder, oh my god, like, why things are not coming to fruition, right? I mean, the fruition happens, but you must have had, ideally we want to plant the seeds in the first cycle of the year. So why am I explaining all this? Because right now Aries is literally one of the perfect time. Whatever project you have, either it being a business project, whatever project you have, something that you've been working on forever, and then you were feeling, many of us are coming from winter again. When you think about it, right, even nature is going according to that logic, right? There's Think about it. Those of us, let's say, if you, I don't know, you Canadian, for example, right? You coming out of winter, or you might still be in winter right now, and during winter you naturally tend to have less energy. You tend to like hibernate, and you're like, so it's, it already shows you that things kind of slow down a little bit more during those months. And now that spring is picking up again, it just has a certain go time, so of course, this is like mostly for like, the northern hemisphere. It's pretty much the same thing, but it's just like reverse for like our other friends down below. But that's why I really wanted to emphasize on that, because today I'm not really gonna be talking too much, although I've been like, I know, but what I wanted to just drive that one point home. Aries, this is the time where I'm encouraging you to plant your seed. Of course, we have to be patient, but this is when we're planting the big seed, and then use that energy to support your dreams. Also, have certainty that while you're planting the seed, doesn't mean that you just sit back and not do anything. I'm not talking about writing in your journal and then don't do anything. That's not what we're talking about here. But you're writing on your, you are planting the seed and you actually doing the work. So as the new zodiac cycle, the new zodiac year is starting, we want to, it's a fresh start. As humans, we love fresh start. So let us all use that energy to, to start new beginning. If there's any old project that kind of lost some steam, now is a good time to re-inject some energy into them. And trust me, if you do the work now, 6 months from now, you know, life can look totally different. So that's why we need to start looking at things from a bird eye view. What else did I wanted to say? That's pretty much all I wanted to say for Aries, to be honest. And I'm really feeling called to pull some cards. So let's see. I don't know why I haven't pulled card in a podcast in a little while, but I want to start doing that again consistently, cuz my tarot cards are life. Let's just pull one card. And also, I wanted to say, I don't really want to talk too much about the whole shadow sign of Aries, because I think we hear them a lot. We hear about Aries being selfish, and like I said at the beginning, and all of that stuff. As long as, I mean, as long as you're mindful, right? There's just like a focus on making sure that we're always, because what happened, oh, I forgot to say that. What happens is even if you're not Aries, during each zodiac season, during each episode, during episode, I was watching a TV show. I was watching a TV show in the nail salon. That's why, oh my goodness, I got stuck listening to. By the way, the lady spent 4 hours doing my nails. Can you imagine? It's pure art. And there they have, I don't have TV. I mean, I have, there's a TV right here, but I don't watch TV, should I say. So whenever I something is playing, it's very easy for me to get sucked in. So I literally spent 4 hours watching this Turkish show that was dubbed in Russian, and oh my goodness. TV is so dangerous. I could have spent the whole day watching the thing. It's crazy. All right. So right now, so what did I want to say about Aries? Yes, I do want us to focus this year, because I think there's already enough challenges in this year, as being, recording this in the fire horse years. I don't really want us to add any pressure on us. I just want us to focus on whatever little energy you can find. Focus on that one thing or a couple of things that you would really like to change, let's say 6 months from now, and then really just invest in that. If it's a relationship that you're looking for, just start making sure that you actually, because the thing is, we attract what we are. So start investing into yourself, making sure that, like, that the relationship that you say that you want, are you actually showing up in the world like this also? And it's not too late. You commit to doing the work. And if you're looking for a new job, start, like sending out that we want to be active. We want to go after what we want. We want to start showing up through actions, and not just, in the Pisces energy of introspection. And now is the time to go to act. So the first card we have is the Emperor. I swear, these cards just always blow my mind. Ooh, and the Hierophant. Oh gosh, I'm getting goosebumps. So the Emperor, honestly, I literally do think this is actually supporting what I'm saying right now. The Emperor is pretty much grounded in its own world, and the Emperor is authority, right? Actually, both of these cards are like figures of authority. The Hierophant is, wait, let me finish with the Emperor first. So the Emperor is pretty much, this is perfect. The Emperor comes right after, uh, it comes right after another card that is all about, you know, more like slowing down and pampering ourselves and all that stuff. The Emperor is pretty much our masculine. It's the masculine card. It's the masculine card that pretty much comes here to support. I swear, every time I pull out these cards, I'm like, in awe. I was just talking about how right now we are in the masculine energy. I mean, not masculine energy. I don't want us to say, I am very careful about using those words because, I feel like Instagram and common culture has pretty much kind of like, kind of put a bad rap around these sort of words. But I want us to detach ourselves from mainstream media. Okay, when I mean masculine, I'm just talking about no agenda here. We're not talking about no, like, nothing. Let's just detach ourselves from all of these heavy baggage. It's just we have to understand in our world, we want to think about it just like a battery, a neutral battery that just has a masculine, I mean, a negative pole and a plus pole. It's just masculine and feminine. That's just basic polarity. That's just how the world works. So the emperor is actually masculine, and what did I say at the beginning of the episode? I literally was talking about how Aries is pretty much the beginning of the year. It is the masculine part of the first 6 months of the year, which carry masculine energy. And pulling out the emperor card, which is masculine energy, that is pretty much there. The emperor is all about supporting the queen, supporting the feminine energy, because it's amazing to be in our feminine. We need to be balanced, with the yin and flow with life, but we're not getting anything done also if we don't step into the masculine energy also, which means actions, doing things, being proactive. And ideally we want to blend them both, but now is especially time to emphasize on the action, the goal. And also the Hierophant, which is pretty much about order, structure. So, and then this is pretty much like the theme, a big theme. This is a major arcana, and I think this is perfect message for us because we are in this crazy time right now. Doesn't matter, you turn on the news, it's just, if you don't ground yourself, you would go crazy. It's easy to go crazy nowadays, so we need to make sure that we have systems in place, right? And honestly, these two cards couldn't be more supportive for the, I swear, I don't even plan these things. It just, again, everything is connected in the universe. And we had these two cards supporting exactly the message of today, which is a time to go, my love, to plant your seed. Make sure you have your structure in place, and don't forget to have fun at the same time, because we can go crazy if we don't slow down and to also pamper yourself. That way you can refuel and keep going. That way you can manifest your wildest dreams. On that note, as usual, you can always book a session with me. All the links are down below. You can book a birth chart reading with me, or like we can see what exactly is in the store for you in the cosmos when it comes to this year. What are your transit looking like, and all that good stuff is in the link. And keep shining bright like a diamond, my love. I will see you in the next one. Bye.